Wendy with a notebook, Wendy with a pen, digging through the dark where the secrets been. Questions fly like bullets, truth cuts deep in the shadows where nightmares creep. Watch them break it down, unveil the lies, under lurid skies where the danger hides. The fire in their veins and distrust in their eyes. Randy and Wendy taking you for a ride. Clues left scattered like whispers in the wind. Every page they turn closer to the end. No stone unturned, no mystery safe. Through the chaos they pave the way. Watch them break it down, unveil the lies, under lurid skies where the danger hides. The fire in their veins and distrust in their eyes. Randy and Wendy taking you for a ride. Clues left scattered like whispers in the wind. Every page they turn closer to the end. No stone unturned, no mystery safe. Through the chaos they pave the way. Watch them break it down, unveil the lies, under lurid skies where the danger hides. The fire in their veins and distrust in their eyes. Randy and Wendy taking you for a ride. Late nights burn bright under the moon. Answers buried deep, they'll find them soon. Guts and glory on a Docket stage. Randy and Wendy script the final page.
Hello.
Hello. It ain't over.
I may or may not have shed a few tears about that today. It's fine.
You and me both, sister.
This is the trial that never ends. Every time I think we're almost killed.
Hey, Denise. Yeah, I know. I gotta find a motel tomorrow.
Well, we were talking about that at the end of my stream. Like, what are you going to do? Because the jury's going to get it early, like much earlier than they were going to get it today. So there is a kind of a chance that they could come back with a verdict pretty early.
Well, it's still a 10-hour drive, so I need to leave early in the morning. So I still
Okay. I did say that too. I said it's a long ass drive, so you might still get out of there.
Yeah. Good to see you all. Hey, Ginger, Denise, Melissa, Pammy, Debbie Doll, Shamat.
Debbie, I got your gift. Thank you so much, honey.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. So I don't even know where to start. How was your weekend?
Good, except that I didn't know that we were changing the time back. So I think it threw me off.
We had a whole conversation, but yeah, I feel thrown off too. Looking sharp. Well, Ginger,
did we have a whole conversation that it was happening this weekend?
Yeah.
Or that it just happens sometime in March?
Well, I don't know. There was a mix-up on which day in March. I said it was March 9th, but then somebody, said, yeah, it's March 9th because it's always the certain Sunday of the month.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah. But
even Google didn't know which day it was. Like, Google was cracking me up because they were telling me that it was March 9th, and then they were saying, well, whatever, it doesn't even matter. Then they were saying other things, and I was like, all right, you guys can't even get your own life straight. Never mind. I'll wake up, and whatever time my computer says, I'm just going to go with it. It's fine. At least my computer knows what's up.
Hey, Mama Stone, good to see you. So, where to start? Let's start with Dr. Doyle, who we waited how many days for him to get on the stand and waste not only, well, he didn't waste his time. He got paid $200 an hour.
He got paid $200, which you know how I feel about experts' testimony, and that's why.
Who get paid? They don't all get paid.
I think most of them get some kind of compensation, even if it's, they get paid by their own company or what. I don't know. I just But you're right. Okay, you're right. All right. So it's not maybe not all of them get paid, but this guy sure was getting paid $200 an hour
Look,
to come on air and say anything that they wanted him to say.
Can we all agree that he really didn't say anything that we didn't know?
No, I feel like he had nothing of value to say at all. I feel like he knows just as much about this case as those two attorneys.
Yes,
honestly.
and you know what he kept repeaters repeat.
Okay.
So and this guy was convicted of domestic violence. You're right. Repeaters repeat.
Yeah.
You know, he's talking about he talks about wet brain, which you know what had zero to do with that. Had zero to do with this case.
Well, and even if it did, I don't care. You don't get to use the "I'm drunk, Your Honor," so therefore it's not murder. No.
And I don't know. Are they making it public that they're calling this alcohol defense?
I don't know that that's what anybody called it out loud that I've heard.
Yeah,
but it's obvious that that's what they're doing.
Yeah, alcohol defense is what they're calling it, but
there is no such thing as an alcohol defense. That's not a defense. Ask Sarah Boone how that worked out for her. That's not a defense.
Right.
You can't just say I was drunk, Your Honor, therefore this isn't murder. Yes, it is.
But then he said, remember, okay, so y'all, he said, you know, what does alcohol do? It lowers your inhibitions. Hey, Valerie, good to see you. Lowers your inhibitions. And then he said, things you may want to do, you do.
Yes.
And I wrote it down. I'm like, you know, things come out that are suppressed.
Like your rage.
Repeat. And I'm like, and then I wrote, he's not helping.
That's what we said too. Yeah, he didn't help at all.
He
just wasted everybody's time. And then Mr. Get Up and Testify in his own defense, he didn't help his case either.
Are you kidding me? What a moron. I tell you what, I know that it tickled us when he took the stand.
It did. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic.
I thought, the dumb thing. Hey, Bendy, good to see you. The dumb thing is he let those two, in my opinion, talk him into.
Yes. I feel that too. I feel that way too. Like I've been feeling, haven't you kind of been feeling through this whole trial that they don't even know him? Like, I feel like they didn't spend any time with him maybe, or they didn't prepare a lot for this case maybe, or something. I don't know. But it feels like they didn't know what to expect with him. Like how we felt like Owens. Owens knew Sarah.
Yes.
He totally knew her. He got her. He understood what she was doing and why. I feel like these people don't know this man at all.
I don't feel like they sat down with him and got to know him like you said. I don't think they did. I think they watched the videos and then they looked at him because he looks confused at some of the stuff they say. They looked at him and said, "Trust us, alcohol defense,"
which isn't a thing.
Hey,
It's not a thing. You can't just do that. You can't just say, "I was drunk, Your Honor, therefore it's not murder." No, it's still murder. That's not a defense.
So, you know, that he goes, all right, they met at rehab. He was 23, 24 when it started affecting his life. You know, they go on and on. But we knew why they were donating plasma, which, you know.
Yes, I did know that, yes.
He didn't use it to get his, what is it called, sertraline filled, though. He got it to get a gallon of
vodka. Yeah. And she's the one who ended up paying for everything.
Because she sold her plasma.
Right. And he couldn't.
Right. And he needs to think about 30 years old and your blood pressure's too high to sell plasma. Nuts.
That's not good. Well, it don't matter anymore. He's in jail for the rest of his life, I'm sure. So
yeah. And then they went to Aldi and got candy, and then they went to McDonald's.
Yeah.
Bought a gallon.
You sure remembered all that? Fine.
Right, laid down, had sex.
Yeah, of course.
Played cards.
And then, of course, then everything goes blurry. Don't know
the next thing I know, I'm waking up in a hospital room.
Right.
I don't know. but but it was funny because they said, "Didn't you say that she was putting you down? Didn't you
Yeah.
say that she was calling you? Didn't she call out like a loser?"
Said that it was a one-sided relationship.
Yes.
That you were, I think she said you were like, I don't know, piece of shit or something maybe, or whatever. She was talking
Yeah, I
down to
wrote
you.
that down. You're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Um,
Those are all words from him. He said that.
yes.
So
And
for his attorney to be acting like, oh, well, we'll get to closing when we get to closing, but oh my goodness.
I know the fact that he got up there and right, Samara, right. Is that the fact that he got up there and showed zero emotion. Like just
No.
like, another day at the office,
Right. So
got some
strange.
plasma, went to Aldi and got a Snickers.
Right. Like this is your one shot. This is your one shot in front of the jury. Can you not just pretend that you're sorry?
He's not. I don't think he is sorry. I think, and should be a short, because every single bit of it he blamed on alcohol. Not that he drank the alcohol.
Right.
Alcohol ruined my life. Shamat, thank you. Thank you. I set a goal.
Well, alcohol will do that. Yeah, especially if you're a murderous loser.
Yeah, and you lower your inhibitions and things you've been suppressing come out. And that's what your expert said.
Yes.
And he said, so he gets up there and he says, okay, then Cross gets up, because really, I was surprised at the lack of questions that they asked him when they put him on stand. They put him on stand and they really didn't question him that much. They just let him.
They didn't go that hard at him, and when they tried to a little bit, they got objected to.
Well, I'm talking about his attorneys. I felt like, because I said, they want to talk about his injuries, which he didn't have a concussion. He's like, I don't know. What do you mean you don't know?
About what? What do you mean?
Hey, did you have a concussion? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, no, you didn't.
Right. He proved to you didn't, and he still didn't want to say no, I didn't.
He wanted to pretend like somehow he's going to make this okay. And instead of being sorry in any way, you get up and whine like somehow you were done so dirty. It's bizarre to me, man. Bizarre.
What did he say? I'm feeling pretty. What did I write? Loud? I can't read my own writing. But he started 2 or 3 times. Hey, Black Eagle. 2 or 3 times they got him agitated, which showed his
temperament. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I was like, oh, y'all are, and I think that's what they were trying to do.
Absolutely. Don't you think if it were you, you would have been up there sobbing or something? Like, I can't believe that this happened, I can't believe I did this. I can't, I'm so sorry.
If I killed the person that I'm in love with, yeah.
I mean, if you're going to get up there and testify, why wouldn't you at least try to pretend like you're sorry?
They obviously talked him into testifying and then didn't practice with him at all.
I mean, they were like disappointed that he said no.
Yeah.
And then surprise, surprise, all of a sudden today he's testifying. I wonder why.
I had a feeling, and I did. I wonder if they'll try to talk him into it. And
but why would they want him to testify? He doesn't do himself any favors.
Because obviously they don't watch court TV.
Well, and you know what else too? They have no witnesses. They had that paid doctor, and that's it.
Yeah.
So they probably thought, like, if you don't testify, dude, we got nothing. You're it.
Your family's sitting back there. They're not going to testify.
Right. You're it. So we don't have any other people to bring out. So if you don't testify, that's it. It's this doctor and no more.
And he's like, so you hit Taylor from behind with a bat? And yes. Then
No, all
then
calm,
he
cool, and
said
collected. Like,
that's when he says, Taylor was screaming, and then he kind of tried to trip him up when he said, "Did she stop screaming? Did you stop hitting her because she stopped screaming, or did she stop screaming because
because
you
you hit
stopped?"
her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he said, he didn't know. He didn't let him trip him up, but
right.
I don't think he knows, because it said, I wrote down that basically she had 15 hits to the head. I
Wow.
don't know why they're leaving that out at the end today, but
Yeah.
15 different marks to the head where she was hit and split. Hey, Stadius, good to see
What
you.
about this crap that she stabbed him first?
Well, that's closing statement.
Okay, sorry.
Because
Go. Okay,
I
go.
know, because I think, okay. Did I already say that he said that she didn't stab him first? Showed him the knife with Taylor's blood. He shows no emotion. He said he may have stabbed her to put her out of her misery. Right. Okay. But now he doesn't remember stabbing her, but he did at that time.
Yeah,
He
that night he did. That night he sure remembered everything.
showed him the screwdriver with the blood, 23 stab wounds from the screwdriver.
Jesus.
Showed where she threw her hands up, and that's true. Those marks all the way through her hand
Yeah.
from the screwdriver. Not according to, well, we'll get there. Now, but everything is said, well, according to evidence, if that's what the
Right.
evidence says, if that's what
Right.
the
He's
evidence
being a
says,
smartass.
yeah,
Like, now's
because
not the time, sir, to be a dick.
he couldn't
Yeah,
help it. You know why? Because they pissed him off, and he's got a temper.
absolutely. And he probably was pissed that he even got, talked into going up there.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? I'm not helping my case at all. Up here just having to admit to everything that I've done.
Yeah,
That's not going to help me.
it would appear that I stabbed her to put her out of her misery. That's, how it appears to me.
Yeah, not to me.
Really? 23 times. That's
She was miserable long before you started stabbing her, I bet.
yeah. Now he says he don't know. Did you kill her? Your actions killed her? I can't say. I don't know.
Oh, my God. Oh, he made me sick.
And I remember deciding to leave because they had to play that part. I remember deciding to leave because he was debating whether or not to take a nap.
Right. Right. And the reason he left is because he knew that if he stayed, the police would catch him.
Yes.
So he was obviously clear enough minded to do that.
I don't, and then they come up and they do you have any recollection of that night? No. Okay.
Yes, he does, though. Yes, he does.
Oh,
He had recollection that night.
100%. 100%. Hey, more than enough. Good to see you. He had enough recollection to tell them everything that happened. I believe that he has memory blanks. I absolutely believe that. A gallon of
Sure.
vodka.
Of course he does, especially after all this time or whatever. Sure.
Yeah. And even after, being so drunk, I believe that he has, but I believe that whatever he remembered that night that sent him to go check on her, he still remembers that today. And everything that he said when they were questioning him, and he's like, she said this, she said that, I got mad, I hit her with a bat, I hit her from behind with a bat, and then I stabbed her with a knife. I believe that, let's see what. Okay, so then the state gives their closing. And I think that right there, that if I get killed, it's Chris. That is their first degree murder right there.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yes, I think that too. Yes.
Yeah. then the knife is found. That's when I think, because we can go over now the closing statement. Because I'm with you, I was.
I did not expect that he was going to run the clock out. I wasn't watching the clock enough to know that he was that close to, it was that close to 5 o'clock. I feel like that was intentional to run the clock out so that the jury can sit and ponder the crap they were fed all night long.
Yeah, so I wanted to say, did you overhear that I want to go home? Is that what you're doing?
I think he did it, like I said, I think he did it because he wanted the jury to think about that all night. And, maybe in the course of that, they will, well, maybe that's true. Maybe that happened.
Maybe she stabbed him first and that just set him off. Well,
there is no evidence of that at all.
No.
In fact, his own words, he said that she was crawling towards the door as he was beating her from the back. Those are his words. He must have, and of course the attorney apparently forgot those words because he, wanted to pretend like she died in the kitchen. No, she was crawling to the door, screaming.
His words, I made up this stuff in between. I made up this stuff in between. So I hope tomorrow in rebuttal they bring that up, which they probably will.
I mean, I just want them to point out to the jury that there's absolutely no evidence that she stabbed him first or provoked him in any way.
No, but there's evidence that he had a knife possibly in his lap because it ended up in the floorboard right there at his feet, where when it was in his lap and he hit, it fell.
Absolutely. Yes. I said that during the stream too. I said this man was in a whole ass car accident that, took out the whole front end of his car. He could have been stabbed that way. And and you're right. And the knife was found at his feet. So it probably fell out from his lap and probably stabbed him right there.
Right. Then he said he didn't remember where he got the knife. Well, then he said that the knife was drying in the kitchen. They owned 2 knives. That was one of them that they used like to cook and cut their meat and whatever, all that stuff. So yeah, you know where you got the knife. You got it in the kitchen.
Right.
From probably the dish drainer or whatever they kept their.
Right.
And then he thought I may as well put her out of her misery.
Like he's such a good guy.
Let's see. Why did I write that? How can he say he didn't remember? He's the one who brought them up. Oh, brought up the whole stabbing thing, or brought up visions of beating her with a bat.
Yes. Right. He just had these visions out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I guess that's him showing concern. I don't know.
And you know what? That could be true. Like he had forgotten about it, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh,
yeah.
But you know what? He never, like they said today, you didn't try to do CPR. You never that, and this is what
I'm call for help.
I can't believe. I tell you what about the neighbor. Okay, I wear headphones a lot, and somebody was playing music around here all day yesterday and last night, and I could still hear it through my headphones.
Yeah.
There's no way that those blood curdling screams, and that's what they had to be.
Mm-hmm.
And that neighbor he didn't seem to care when he was on stand. Oh, y'all didn't get to see him on stand, did you?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
Hey, Cass.
And you're right. He didn't seem like he cared a lot. He didn't seem like he was happy to be there at all.
Mm-mm.
And my point about the neighbor is that because, the attorney was trying to act like, it must not have been a big deal because the neighbor sure didn't hear anything. Then why did the neighbor have to put his headphones back on?
Right.
He obviously heard a lot. He obviously heard more. So he put his headphones on just to mind his business. Probably because he hears that kind of thumping and bumping from that apartment often. And just thought he needed to mind his business. The neighbors are going at it again.
Yeah, but I can't imagine the screams that came And the pounding. He said, "Oh, I don't know. I don't know." Um,
Well, I mean, I don't know why he didn't do more or whatever. I mean, we don't. He didn't really. They didn't really ask him,
Thank you
did
so
they?
much, Stadius. Thank you. Thank you for the super sticker.
Did they even ask him? Like, why didn't you do anything? Why didn't you call the police?
Well, he said, well, I think they did. And he's like, well, they fought all the time. He was used to it.
Okay, that's what it was. That's what I said. Okay, so yeah, I said he probably hears that all the time, and he probably just figured, well, they're at it again tonight, so I'll just put my headphones on and mind my business. And that's but that's not to that but the attorney was trying to make it sound like that meant that it wasn't that bad.
Right. But here's what I hope they explain to the jury, because I worry about what they're going to come back with. If it's going to be, because they were talking about involuntary manslaughter, and I don't think the camera was going.
Yeah, we didn't hear anything about involuntary manslaughter, I don't think.
All right. Well, then
Other
they,
than it was in the jury instructions, right? Are those like
yes,
the lesser included or something, or the
yeah,
lessers?
yeah, but they were going to kind of push for it. And then it seemed like they backed off and went for voluntary manslaughter, because he said, there's no way y'all are going to get involuntary manslaughter. We know it's not that, blah, blah, blah.
Right. Who said
But
that?
the defense said that.
Oh, said that to his client?
No, he said, well, he said it, actually he said it to the jury this afternoon.
Oh,
But
okay.
when
Okay.
the jury wasn't in there, they were discussing involuntary manslaughter. Like, he was so drunk, he didn't voluntarily kill.
I mean, I don't know. It seemed pretty voluntary to me.
But
I don't know.
the way they explained it, and I think it was Sarah Boone trial, with as far as first degree went, it was when you zipped him in the suitcase, then when you hit him with the bat,
Mm-hmm.
then when you moved the suitcase, then when you went to bed. All of that changed it from you. All those were first degree decisions.
Yes.
So
Absolutely. Yes.
yes, when he hit her, all right. She called him a piece of shit. He hit her with a bat. He could have stopped at that, but no, he went
Mm-hmm.
and got a screwdriver.
Right. Right. He killed her like 3 times over.
And hey, Alan, I think that the reason there was not drag marks is her adrenaline was pumping and she was running, and that's how she got from room to room.
Well, at one point she was crawling,
Yeah,
he
yeah, in
said.
the living room.
Yeah.
But he was still stabbing
Right.
in the
I mean,
back.
and maybe she was bleeding on the backside of her body. And that's why there's not a lot of blood on the floor. I mean, who knows?
Well, yeah, that's, and she'd already bled out so much other places too.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
And there wasn't a there was a pretty good sized pool of blood there by the door. It wasn't as big as in the kitchen, but it was a pretty good size.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't understand his closing. Like, if I were the prosecution tomorrow, I would come back with, let's I just want to remind you of his little story that he painted for you, and then remind you that his own client admits that she was crawling to the door. She didn't
or
die in the kitchen.
or
They just made that up.
you can repeat over and over. Um, play over and over where he says, "I can't believe I killed someone. I
Right.
can't believe I killed someone." He said that over and over and over, and he never said, "I can't believe I killed Taylor. I can't believe I killed the woman I love. I can't believe it was, I can't believe I killed someone."
That's
That's
so
about,
sad. That really makes me sad because she probably at some point at least thought this was a real relationship.
yeah. And I mean, what did they think? They were going to meet in rehab, start drinking as soon as they got out and have a healthy relationship? No, neither one of them.
Sadly, yes, I think people do think that sometimes, but they tell you not to do that. They tell you not to,
Right,
get
serious.
together with anybody that you meet in rehab. That's not
Ever.
it's not
Ever.
supposed to be a dating site.
After so many, you're not even, I don't think you're supposed to date for, I don't, a year.
A year, I think I've heard, yeah.
Yeah.
And certainly
Um,
you don't be dating people that you met here in rehab,
and
they're
then
both they got their work to do.
yeah, he plants that seed Taylor stabbed him and he snapped. Taylor stabbed him and he snapped. Taylor
Right.
stabbed
And there's no evidence of that at all.
No.
Not even a tiny bit of evidence. Nothing.
No. No. What was in her hand? His hair.
And also that she died in the kitchen. There's no evidence of that.
Right. She didn't die in the kitchen. And the way you know she didn't die in the kitchen is because look, the way her body was positioned at the door was a very unnatural position.
So did she die in that position or did he move her to that position?
She died in that position.
So what do you make of her dying in an unnatural position? Why?
Well,
how did that happen?
She was crawling.
Okay.
For sure.
So she died in a crawling position?
One leg, yes. One leg was up like she was trying to crawl and the other one was out.
Bless her.
And rigor mortis set in. That's how she died. And that lawyer knows that. And that jury, I hope they remember that.
Well, that's why I want the state to get up and say that. This story that this attorney just gave you is nothing but horse shit.
Yeah. They know good and well she didn't die in that kitchen because there's no way that she would have been in that. If he had put her at the door, she wouldn't have been in that position. She would have been laid out or whatever. She wouldn't have been the way that she was.
So sad.
It is sad. It's sad and it's, and I know that they think they're doing their job, but he really, really tried to paint her out to be abusive. And
right. Right. You're like trying to impugn her character to get your murdering client off.
And then for him, and okay, I would love to, for him to say one hit and she never moved again.
But that isn't what happened, though. We know that.
Right, because she
based
put up
on the injuries alone, we know that.
Right. What about her hand?
The fuck out of her.
What about her hand? So she was out, it knocked her straight out, clean out, and
right, trying to make it sound like it was fast, he said. This wasn't a long. Yes, it was. I think it was long as hell and torturous. Yes, it was.
And I wish it was true. I wish that for the peace of mind of her mom and dad and stepdad and their family, they could believe that. But that woman put up a fight, and you can tell it by the crime scene. You could tell it by her body. You could tell it that she died trying to get out the door.
Yes. She absolutely gave everything she had.
She did. He even said her jaw was broken from her fall.
Right. Yep. She broke her jaw from her fall. Again, no evidence of that.
No.
Just your made up crap. I feel like these attorneys, again, I know I'm repeating it, but I feel like these attorneys didn't even know this guy. Like, did they even interview him? I feel like all through the case, there's like details that they didn't know or didn't have.
Did they watch his interview?
Like they seemed caught off guard by so many, responses. It just seemed weird to me. Like, did you not depose anybody? Did you even talk to this guy?
Right. Did you talk to any of his ex-girlfriends to see if he beat them? Because he did.
I'm surprised they're not allowed to bring that in.
Well, I guess because it has nothing to do with them, but he has domestic violence on his.
I didn't know if that was domestic violence against her or domestic violence against other people.
I don't think it had been against her because maybe, but they'd only been together 6 months. He's acting like they met 2022, 2023. They did, but they didn't get together but 6 months ago.
Wow.
When they made it Facebook official. I sent you the screenshot.
Yeah.
And it's Hey, Angie J. Good to see you. Thank you for being a bad friend for 28 months.
Hey, Angie J.
There was exactly. If anything happens to me, and there was a reason that she was wanting her other friend to come get her.
Yeah.
And she may have been the one to erase those messages, but the other people didn't erase them. They're still there.
Right.
So, and of course, there's something wrong. We love you too. There's something wrong with his phone. They couldn't get it because that would have been something good to show was the text messages between the two of them to see the dialogue they had. To
Yeah.
see,
And nobody had that?
mm-mm.
Why? Did he delete all those messages?
I don't know. Something about his phone was locked up but they could still get it.
Yeah, they can get stuff off of your phone. Maybe it wasn't valuable.
Maybe not. He definitely had. I saw his record. Let me see.
I know he had domestic violence charges and stuff already against him. Maybe that'll come in during sentencing.
Yeah, maybe. Because I don't know. When I was trying to find where this was going to be, his arrest record popped up on like Google. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, like
got her,
this
they
wasn't a
got
one
her phone.
time first time occurrence. And
No,
his attorney just made me so mad today, the way they were downplaying it. And I understand, whatever, they have a job to do. I get it. I just don't lie, man. Don't lie.
and when they said, I thought you said you didn't think it was against her. I don't think it was. I think it was against his ex girlfriends because they had only been together 6 months. He definitely had a history. Um, oh shoot, I forgot what I was gonna say. I lost it. There it went.
We were talking about uh priors on his record.
Yeah.
That's what we were talking about. No.
Mm-mm. No, something else. I don't remember though. It's all right. I don't. It ain't that. It must not have been that important. I just I couldn't believe. First of all, I couldn't believe how long, like you said, he ran out the clock.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I don't understand why they're not. I just don't think they're going to go home and think, yeah, she stabbed him and he snapped and he mutilated her. These are the people that saw her. They saw her.
Well,
They had,
I hope that they remember uh the testimony that was given by him that disproves everything that attorney tried to paint today.
oh, I know what I was going to say. When they said that he hid her phone, the family, well, his sister in front, she was sitting in front of me. She goes,
What? She went what did she say?
he did not. And she's looking at Christopher like can't believe they just said that you hid her phone from her. Well, okay, maybe he didn't. It's kind of weird that it's in such a weird spot, but
Where was her phone found?
on the bed with blood all over it, her blood.
Wow.
And there was a spot on her body where she had been laying on the phone.
So, do you think she was trying to use that phone to call for help or
Possibly, and he took it from her, threw it on the bed. So, yeah. I don't know that he hid it from her. I think he took it from her. I don't know that even, you know what? She still died.
right? I mean,
I
it
don't,
it, it honestly doesn't even matter, right? Because he still killed her.
yeah. I don't think that,
I can't believe his family is there acting like somehow this is okay.
and I'm not even sure, if they are stand with him or if they're just there to be supportive. But that look on her face, and so bad I wanted to say, "Excuse me, stop." Because if the
No, you know he's a murderer, right? Like, anybody care about that? No?
if that camera pans around, you're ding fud, honey.
Damn.
I think he took the phone after he killed her too, because I think she was laying on it with one of the knife wounds.
Did he have her phone? Oh, no, you said it was found in the bed. So he didn't have her phone when he was found by the police in his car.
Nuh-uh. It was in their bed. They found it
Yeah.
when they were searching the crime scene and stuff.
Yeah.
I just got a text message about the Menendez brothers. They're not gonna let them out.
Really? I thought that they really were. I really thought they were going to this time.
I did too. Said Los Angeles District Attorney said Monday that his office will withdraw its request to reduce the sentences of Lyle and Eric, saying the brothers have not shown full insight into their crimes.
So the district attorney who was all for it is now not for it?
Yeah.
Well, damn. That seems cruel. Doesn't that seem a little cruel?
It seems very cruel. Getting
Like,
their hopes all the way up.
get your hopes all the way up, thinking that you were totally for this. The only reason anybody was even looking at it is because you were okay with this. And then all of a sudden you change your mind?
That's what Shannon she said. I can't believe they're just yanking the rug out from under them, saying that they would be released. Right.
Yeah.
That's cruel. That's
They
cruel.
were like all for it. It was their idea, wasn't it?
Yeah. This is the new district attorney.
Oh.
Look, Tracy, I haven't watched it yet. I watched a piece of the Lori Vallow thing where she's like, "We will be acquitted. We will be acquitted." And I'm like,
Yeah, they
"No,
all think that.
you won't.
No, you won't, though.
He's on death row, stupid."
He will be acquitted, sure, Dan. Okay. They all think that, though. It's awesome.
But the great news is she's defending herself. So I mean, I don't know
that we should watch.
I don't know that it could get better than that.
Yeah.
These places are nuts, and I don't know what's going on with Corey Richards. Anyone know? They ain't started her trial yet either. So
is Corey Richards the woman who wrote the book?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, we were trying. When was her trial supposed to start?
I thought it was this month, but
okay.
She's still blaming Tylee for her own death. Is she? That I don't know. She seems very sick in the head. And the two girlfriends that killed that guy, they met a guy at a bar, took him home. But this is the thing. He said, "Y'all want to come over? The bar closed. Y'all want to come? I got some beer." And they're like, "Yeah." And then they killed him.
Why?
No reason.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this world.
I swear, people are just bored. Like, what on earth?
Yeah, you know, it sounds like a good idea to that murder.
Y'all looking for something to do? Is that the problem? You're just bored? What? I don't understand, man. You can't think of anything else to do with your time?
Why don't you clean out? I got something. You clean this van.
I swear, man. It's like they don't even know what to do with their time anymore.
They don't.
I know. Let's go kill somebody.
Yeah, might as well.
It'll be fun.
You know, I mean, I'm pretty sure that I can make it in prison.
Oh my God. I swear, man. It's pathetic. So what is your plan for tomorrow? Are you going to go in at all to see the last bit of closing, or are you going to just hit the road
and go home?
Yeah.
Or get a room?
No, go home. I thought you wanted to go home. You were going home.
I thought I was getting a room.
Did you not just say to me that you need to go home?
No.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Well,
So,
no,
so
I
that's
said
what you
I
had to
would
do?
have to. No, I said I was going to get a room for a night.
But you said it was 10 hours, so you had to leave in the morning.
Yeah, I would have to leave. Well, what I meant was in the morning time. But
Okay. Okay.
I can go home.
No, I mean, if you want to stay there for the verdict, you more than earned it. I mean, you should stay if you want to. I know that you like that part, and I think they're going to come back fast. But obviously,
No,
we don't know.
but it would save money if I went on home. So
That is true. Do you want to do anything in particular? Do you have a preference?
hold on, I'm sending an email. Okay, sorry about that.
That's all right.
Difference.
Do you have a preference? Do you want to stay or do you want to come home?
I don't know.
Because, like, what if they come back in like 10 minutes and you could be right there?
Huh?
I said, what if they come back in like 10 minutes and you could have been right there
I know.
and still get home, at a reasonable time? Maybe.
Mm. I definitely don't. Best about right. She don't listen. No, I think she does listen, but I understand exactly how she would get mixed up on what I said.
Who are you talking about? Me? I don't listen?
Yeah, I was joking.
Who said that?
I said it.
No, you said someone in chat said it.
No, they said best of bad friends. Hey, Nana Patty.
Oh. No,
And
you said you had to go home in the morning. That's what you said.
that's not. Yeah, but I said it wrong.
Okay.
I meant I would have to leave in a morning.
In a morning. I don't even know what that means.
Well, okay. You said I don't know. It was like
Like if not tomorrow morning, then the next morning?
yes, if like because
Okay.
I feel like the jury will be back tomorrow.
I think so too. Yes.
And then what I meant was I would sleep somewhere and then get up that next morning and leave and go early.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes, not necessarily tomorrow morning, just morning time before noon. Yes.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Well,
Okay.
to
I got it
on
now.
my way here, I left about 8 o'clock in the morning, and it's a long drive.
Yeah.
But I feel like if it doesn't keep rerouting me like it did last time, it won't be that hard of a drive.
Yeah.
Like I was exhausted
Yeah.
because of that. Because you worry for hours, like, am I even going in the right direction?
Why did it keep rerouting you?
Because there was 4 different routes to get here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And like I stopped at one place and I said, "Am I in Kentucky?" And they're like, "No, you're in Illinois. Where are you trying to be?" And I'm like,
No, not Illinois.
I said, "Well, I'm trying to be in Iowa." And then the man said, "Yeah, you can be this one, or you can take this one, and he starts naming off I this and I that. And I'm like, hold
Mhm.
on, buddy. I said,
All roads lead to Iowa, apparently.
yeah, all roads lead to Iowa. So I said, am I good if I just get on this road? He's like, you're good. I'm like, all right.
And that's what I'm gonna do.
And that's what my GPS is saying. So
That's
Captain.
what we're doing.
Yeah, I
Okay.
went through Paducah. Yes. I think I went through Paducah. It kept saying 3 miles to Paducah or 30 miles to Paducah. But I'll tell you this, I was in Illinois for a very long time. And I was going to sleep and I thought, well, this is what I thought. I thought next sign I see that says place to sleep, I'm exhausted. I'm just going to pull over and sleep. 2 hours later, I got a sign. I was like, oh, okay. And I was really close to here. So
Yeah.
it's a very long state, Denise. So yeah, I assumed I was staying somewhere tomorrow in a hotel here somewhere.
Okay. Yeah.
Hopefully a cheap one.
Yeah.
feel free to donate. I'm not above asking. And then go home when we get the verdict. And then
Okay.
we're resting.
Okay. Yeah, I love that. I love that you're going to be. I think you should be there for the verdicts if you can be.
Yeah, are you in Illinois, Alan? I don't know that I knew that. But I think Iowa's a big state too. But I did fill up with gas today. I got that out of the way. I've been dreading it
Why?
because it's been so cold, but today was warm.
Oh, that was good. Yeah, what's happening with the snow there?
Today was like almost 70 degrees.
Oh my
I
gosh!
mean,
Wow.
I know it's almost like being in Tennessee. I mean,
All right. Well, that's all I got for today's.
today, okay, 71, and tonight it gets down to 35. No wonder it's starting to get chilly.
Yeah.
But no snow is predicted. So
Nice.
tomorrow, I think tomorrow we will be wrapping it. I think tomorrow night we'll be talking about how guilty he is and that they clank clank. If we're
Yeah.
talking about, hey Brenda Hart,
Hey,
we miss
Brenda
you.
Hart.
We do have to catch up soon.
Yes,
Um,
please.
if tomorrow night, if we're talking about how he got manslaughter,
Oh, I'm gonna lose my mind if he doesn't get. Oh, he can't. He can't, Randy. Don't tell me that. He can't. He can't. This jury knows better,
right, we'll be talking about how Randall got manslaughter.
right?
So, all right, everybody, let's wrap it up and get some sleep, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Y'all are
Sounds
much
good.
appreciated. Thank y'all so much for being here.
All right, bye, guys. See you in the morning.